What's up, guys, and welcome back to the first episode of me doing whatever the fuck I want. I'll be your host, Unstable Retail Worker, and this is The Box. You have a day that makes you want to kill God? Me too. That's where this video comes in. I have run out of options for a career, and I have the emotional and mental capabilities of a moldy green bean, so, here the fuck we are. This channel will not be consistent in any sense of the word, not in content, upload times, quality, but we're trying it out anyways. And since this is my channel, and I create my own content with no rules or regulations from anybody else, we're going to be talking about the Goofy movie, because I wanna. So, the movie starts off with this weird nightmare sequence that makes me uncomfortable still, no matter how many times I watch it, so we're just gonna skip that. Moving on to the next scene, Max, Goofy's son and our main character, wakes up. And right after he wakes up, he gets a call from PJ, one of his friends from school. The call from PJ says that he's an hour late to their plans. More on that later. Then Goofy, of course Max's dad, comes into his room to check in on his son in the morning. He, greets him with a "good morning, son," forgets to knock on the door, typical dad things. He's a loving father, but Max is a moody teenager. He doesn't want hugs from dad. He's too cool, with his cardboard cutout of Powerline, the greatest rock star in the world, that Goofy accidentally destroys with a vacuum, because instead of picking clothes up off the floor, he vacuumed them off the floor. That's not relevant, I just think it's funny. Then, Max is a bit angry, he's bullied at school, so he heads off with a musical number, because this is a musical. Anyways, Max gets to school, we're introduced to his love interest, Roxanne. She is somehow not important at all, and extremely important in this movie, but let's not focus on her too much. He gets to school, and then the plans come in. His plan is to dress up as Powerline, the rock star from before, and have this big performance to make Roxanne notice him, which is extravagant as shit, and I'm here for it. Hello. I'm editing this video right now, and I was going to insert this clip with something else that I edited out a while ago, but I edited it out, but I still want you guys to see this, so play.
Wow, look, all this is for us?
Slurpage.
Oh, this is gonna be so great, man.
Dude, need fundage, bro.
Oh, your feet, yeah, right here.
Cheddar! Ah! Cheddar Wizard! It's pretty scrumptious. Let's do it, ladies.
Bobby is my favorite character. Alright, back to our regularly scheduled programming. But, it takes place at the school assembly, and while the principal is talking, they trigger a trap door that makes him fall through the ground, and then there's this huge, expensive-looking production where there's, lights, like a green screen thing. Max is in costume. He's dancing, swinging from the ceiling and shit. Something that, 10th graders, which is about the age range of Max, could never pull off. Just chef's kiss. Anyways, the principal eventually shuts it down once he gets out from under the floor. Max's identity is revealed, all the students think he's absolutely epic for what he did, but the principal doesn't agree, so he calls Goofy while he's at work, and says that Max is a gang member that sent the entire school into a riot, and this freaks Goofy out, righteously so, because the principal said that he was going to end up in the electric chair. So this starts Goofy off on a mission to find a plan to make Max not be like that anymore. So, Max is the coolest kid in school. He's in detention briefly, but not too big of a deal. Then he asks Roxanne to see the viewing party of Powerline's upcoming concert in LA, which is this huge deal. She says yes, he's stoked to have this date with this girl he has a huge crush on, so he goes home to another musical number. When he goes home, he sees Goofy in the driveway, packing up the car. And he's like, "Hey Dad, what's up? Where you going? Drop me a line, if you're gonna be longer than a month." And then Goofy's like, "No, you're part of this, we're going on vacation." And Max is like fucked up about this because he was supposed to go to that party with Roxanne, but since they're going to be going to Lake Destiny, Idaho, an iconic location from Goofy's past that he used to go to with his dad all the time, Max isn't going to be able to make the party. They conflict time-wise. So he's mad about it, but he doesn't have a choice. He goes to see Roxanne at her house and to tell her that, you know, he's not going to be able to go with her to the party, and then she says she'll find somebody else to go with. This doesn't jive with Max. He does not want her to go with someone else. So instead of just, you know, asking her not to, like a sane person, he lies instead and says that he is going to go across the country to see the Powerline concert live. And if that's not stupid enough for you, he also says that he's going to be on stage with this massive celebrity that he's never met before and has no connection with to wave to her on stage for the final number. And because Roxanne is apparently as stupid as Max is, she believes this. And that is where the main conflict of the movie comes in. Lake Destiny, Idaho, Powerline concert in LA, father and son not on the same page. But you know what? I'm getting bored talking about what happened in the movie, and you know, I'm sure you don't give a shit either. So instead, let's go into like why I like this kind of movie. This movie is an easy watch, you know. It's an hour and 18 minutes long, which isn't that long for a movie, but it feels even shorter than that. It feels like it's maybe like 20-30 minutes long. It's a good way to kill time, you know, forget about the constantly collapsing world around you. You know, it's also a movie that just has a good, clean, happy ending, which is harder and harder to find these days. With, you know, the influx of, like, artsy, like, metaphorical shit, like, it just becomes so convoluted, and it's hard to find something that's just, you know, good, easy, fun, like a wholesome story about a father and son reuniting. And, like, I promise you, Hollywood, I'm tired of the stupid, pretentious films that are 100% simply preaching to me how, like, everyday objects are somehow evil. Like, come on, what is this? High school English class? Like, we're finding meaning in shit that doesn't have a meaning. I just wanted to be entertained. Like, I don't need to be more depressed. I've got that field covered. Anyways, angry rant about Hollywood pushed over there. I'll keep this video brief because I'm sure nobody really cares about some random bitch recording on her iPhone about like a random animated movie from 1995. I just wanted to, you know, say how big of a fan I am of Goofy Movie and all movies that are similar to it. I watch this one several times a month and I will not apologize for it. I mean, you should go watch it right now. Like, who cares? Forget life for a while. I don't get paid enough to pretend to care about some, like, drug metaphor movies. Like, good, clean, fun movies are always going to be superior to that, and that's a hill I am willing to die on. I know some pretentious motherfucker will probably come along and have something to say about how it's art, don't discredit the hard work of these creators to make something they think is meaningful. You know, I'm not saying that these movies aren't great in their own right or that they don't deserve credit at all for what they represent. I'm just saying that I don't prefer them. You know, comedies, easy watches, they're just better to me, I guess. Like, I'm explaining how I don't like the pretentious things in a hyperbolic way. I don't actually have anything against these movies, but, you know, I'm not better than you for disliking them, and you're not better than me for liking them, so shut the fuck up. Anyways, this has been I Have No Free Time Anymore. This video will probably not get finished. This has been The Box, and I have been your host, Grandma that is stuck inside of the skin of an 18-year-old. Please help me. I can't get out. Deuces.